So lastly, we're going to look at adding and subtracting negative numbers. When you do this, you always want to work with a number line. I'm going to fill mine in right now with you. So I have 0 in the middle, and on the right I have my positive numbers, 1, 2, 3, and so forth. And on the left, I have my negative numbers, -1, -2, -3, and so on and so forth. Now, when you're adding and subtracting negative numbers, you want to follow the rules. Now, I won't overwhelm you, but whenever we move a number to the right, we are adding a positive or we're subtracting a negative. If we ever move to the left, we're subtracting a positive and adding a negative. Now, there's a lot of information on here. You can pause the video and take a look here, but I always think of a positive number as moving towards the good and a negative number as moving towards the bad. So if I'm adding a positive, that means I'm adding more good stuff. If I'm subtracting a negative, that means I'm taking away the bad stuff. So if you take away bad, you're going to feel good. Whereas on the subtracting side, if you subtract the positive, well, that's not happy. And if you add more negative, that's sad also. So positive is good, negative is bad. These are the rules I always have on my classroom board, and you can pause and write that down right now. So the first step you always want to do is find your starting point, whatever the question is. If your starting point is -3, then you want to find and start at -3. If your starting point is +2, then you want to start at +2. So this is a big number line. The first step is find your starting point. The second step is to follow the rules. So let's do some questions together. If I have a question like this, 3 plus -2, well, the first thing I'm going to do is find my starting point of 3, and then I'm going to add a negative. Now I can look up onto here to see my rules. When I'm adding a negative, I'm going to move left. So I'm starting at 3, I'm going to add -2 moving to the left, 1, 2, and so my answer will be 1.